How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. Okay. Hello everyone. Aloha. It is Sunday, April 20th, which makes it 420. Yes, that is true. Okay, let's get those pockets going on here. Yes. So happy Easter! Happy Easter! Okay, over here.
Attic.
Yeah, it's Easter Sunday, and I'm gonna try to be real short. I'm just gonna do this. We got a little vlog, little news, people coming over, so it's gonna get all people. But it's just kind of like, Sunday, Easter, this sort of thing. So, and delving into the other stuff, Easter is, Jesus is raised from the dead. Portal. Okay. Jesus is raised from the dead, thereby conquering sin and death, because he died for our sins. Sin and death is conquered by the power of God. Believe in Jesus Christ, power of God. It's a conquering over sin and death. There's definitely, this is like the proof in the pudding, the proof.
Pathetic.
So this is like the core of actual Christianity's core. It's Christianity's core, what is it? Test.
What is your name?
It's proof. Okay, it's like, look, we're not just. It's not all just talk. So there's all the teachings, but then it's not all just talk. Okay. So, it's, of course, the whole story, roll away, the tomb, the first day, the women, the Marys and everything go into the tomb, and he's not there. So the first evidence is empty tomb. Where did he go? And then they come back, and the other guys go over there, and they find the shroud inside, and they believe once they see the shroud, they don't see Jesus, they see the shroud, and they look inside, they see that, and they're like, we believe. So this is another little clue of, and then there's appearances, that's later. But I'm just gonna say, these little side excursions, they're not really, bringing in views here. But actually, no one watched yesterday's scourging horror. But the proof in Easter. So happy Easter! But check this out. If you ever have a doubt, if you're into the Christianity and faith of that, and you're into and start getting the fear and doubt, look at this, the Shroud of Turin. Now the Shroud of Turin is a little, it's a relic, and it's the burial cloth of Jesus. They took him down off the cross and they put him in the tomb that before sunset on Friday. So here, the shroud is there's the body, and then the burial shroud they put on top. There is a shroud. And it's 11 feet, so it actually goes from the feet. It goes from the feet, and it goes over. So it covers the bottom and the top. The shroud. And there is a headcloth too. There's a headcloth and then the shroud, and it's 14 feet long. And this mention in the Bible comes into public really the year 13 something. And yeah, it's kind of like this holy relic that they revered. And then more recently, they threw shade on it, doubt, and said it was a fake. It was a medieval forgery, somebody painted it, etc. And it went a little down low, and then it came back, and now it's the most scientifically investigated artifact in the world there is. It's been so investigated and so scientifically looked at that. And there was a carbon-14 dating. They took a little sample because it was in the possession of the church eventually. So they took a little sample, carbon-14 date, but it was a false reading, like a not accurate reading, because they carbon dated a piece of patchwork, and it was also in a fire at one point. So the carbon dating was all really off, but they thought it was proof that it was medieval. But there's no paint. When they started more scientifically they do it, the more and more science they apply, it's not paint, it's not a pigment, it's not anything soaked into there's an image, you see. It's taken off, and then when it's displayed, there's an image. So there's an image on there. Now the image is very faint. It's not paint. It's not pigment. It's not anything soaked into the thing.
Can you hear?
It's an ever so slightly singed thing.
Pathetic.
Where if you took one fiber, it's only singed a couple of fibrils on the one. If you took a cross section of a thread, you might say, a fiber. It's not a thread. It's like it's like little fibers. It's just a couple. It's singed ever so, and they figure it has to have been done by UV light, a burst of UV light, and it had to have been extremely powerful. They couldn't gather that much UV light to make a UV light burst in that millisecond, and that powerful. They would have to have all the UV lasers in the world, and they can't do it. They couldn't be able to do it today. Poof. And it's like a three-dimensional thing. So the image is sort of a three-dimensional thing of a man, which has all the crucifixion, the crown of thorns, the wound in the side, the things are in the palms, and so there's blood stains on there as well, which they tested DNA style to be a man, AB, whatever, blood, and the more and more they test it, the more and more there's no other explanation. And back then, they don't have enough people they don't have people that are crown of thorns and crucified and flogged the way he was flogged. It's a one of a kind event.
No way.
They can't reproduce the thing, and they tested the thing is 2,000 years old. There's pollen from the area and everything like that. So the Shroud of Turin might be proof of the resurrection. Proof of the resurrection.
Dolls.
As close as you get is proof to a miracle. So that's an interesting thing. I just thought I'd share that. And now I don't want to go too long, really. Here, happy Easter. We'll go to the news real quick. Look, somebody got hugs. Oh, grand reunion, the power of hugs. And quickly, and there's hula. Some friends are into the hula. They have a Mary Marduk festival. There's all kinds of things. And there's somebody fell on the ground. Basketball. Basketball and baseball. Oh, finger on the pulse. Oh, look, finger on the pulse. When you're 1973 and you want to relax, just hang outside the tax information. That's when you had before social media, before, online stuff. Patient and in need of tax information, they turn to get help with Internal Revenue Service employees who know the answers. So they're going to wait in line for people who are working for Internal Revenue Service, which is less people now.
Interesting.
Interesting. Climate action. It's going to be Earth Day on the 22nd. Oh, political cartoon.
Only a gang member would need a disguise. That's why we're deporting him to El Salvador.
The Easter Bunny. Oh no. He's wearing gang clothing. And here we go.
Never mind tariffs. Fix many issues here.
People in Hawaii have lost their minds when it comes to Donald Trump's tariffs.
Torment.
What most of people in Hawaii fail to realize is that we already have some of the highest tariffs in the country on our income. A recent Wallet Hub study on total tax burden by state is Hawaii is number one with 13.92% of our income going to the city and state. What do we get for this onerous?
Can you hear it?
Onerous, if you can hear it, tax burden? Poor roads, struggling schools, dirty parks, condemned stadium, dilapidated convention facilities, an over budget and behind the schedule train to nowhere, considerable pay raises for politicians and entrenched bureaucrats, increased homelessness, unaffordable homes, and not many positives. Well, the weather is nice, but thankfully that has nothing to do with the people who run our government. They'd mess that up too. Rather than fixing on what's happening outside, maybe it's time to fix the inside of our own house. Mark Middleton, Pearl City. Oh gee, thank you Mark for bringing up taxes and all that. She's no. This is kind of like a Trump spin. Never mind that Trumpy tariff stuff. Silly. Look at Hawaii has income tax and sales tax, state tax, and it's like, and we got all those social problems. I agree with the pay raises for politicians. That's just ridiculous. What? Because Hawaii corrupt. They vote for pay raises or whatever. What? They make so much money, but the tariffs are going to be long-term bad news.
Familiar.
The tariffs are going to make prices rise, and it's already touched on a recession, touched it and they came back. But there's inflation and there's slow growth. It's like a stagnation indication. And the 150% tariff on China, and China makes all the import all that stuff is going to be just way more expensive. Yeah. Oh, but never mind that. This is not the tariff thing is not something that's Trump did something outrageous and then look over here, look at the outrageous he's doing over here. That's never mind that. Just let him go. He knows what he's doing. No, it's bad news. The tariff stuff. It's going to be worse in the long run, and it's not going to go away quick, and all that stuff. The Hawaii stuff, Hawaii got problems that they don't have good solutions to fix it, and they're giving the guys pay raises, but they're not. But thanks anyways, Mark, for trying to. Never mind Trump. Never mind what that guy. Never mind what the madman's doing. Look it over there. Look over there. It's such a tactic. Anyways, happy Easter. Happy Easter. Have a good one. Hope it wasn't too long. Remember, Shroud of Turin. Try to look that up. Oh man, fascinating stuff. Happy Easter, everybody. He is receiving and all that.
Easter eggs.